Have you ever taken your kids to work?
Yes.
Have you ever done a take the kids to work day?
I have.
Have you ever taken your kids to work on a day that wasn't a take your kids to work day?
I have.
Yes.
I'm guilty of that.
Have you ever worked the full day with your kids hidden under your desk?
No. No.
Okay.
No, I barely worked the day that I brought my daughter.
Yeah.
But I tried.
So I was sitting in my office working one day, and I get a call from somebody in engineering stating that, one of the engineering managers has their kid hidden under their desk. And I was like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, he brought his stepdaughter to work, and she's just hidden under his desk while he is taking meetings in his office, going to meetings, leaving her there at a very dangerous, regulated work site that requires PPE and you name it. And he has an 8-year-old, if I recall, hidden under his desk.
She's doing an earthquake drill?
Right, all day.
Well, I'm thinking, like, does he also have, like, a bowl of water down there for her?
For real.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, it's summertime.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't want to go off on a tangent of lack of, summer support for children.
That's true.
But because that is quite the tangent. That's like,
don't
4
even get me started on that.
episodes long.
That's another podcast.
Ooh, yeah, that's another podcast episode. But I was like, oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. Oh gosh. All right. Well, where is he? Oh, well, he is at lunch. Like, he was gone. And I was like, no, tell me he's still in the building. No, he's walking out. He's leaving. He's running probably to go get food or whatever. My ass jumps up. I run to the front of the building. I can see that he's walking like, he just got out of the building, was walking through the parking lot. I run out there and I was like, hey, you. And he's turned. I was like, come here right now. Get over here right now.
See, you always know where you stand.
Oh, you always know where you stand with me. And he was not in a good spot. Okay. Like he was in quicksand.
He wishes he was under that desk.
Oh man. And tell me there is not a child under your desk right now.
Tell you that.
Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, you turn your ass. No, I have to go run an errand. I have to go do it. No. You turn your ass around right now. You go get her and you leave for the day. Well, we don't have childcare. Then you work from home.
Yeah.
And this was back in the day where that wasn't a thing, right? And it wasn't really for this employer at this site. And I was like, you just please model the right behavior. You do what you have to do. Okay. And it's like, like he was freaking out. No, I have to do this. I have meetings. No, your number one obligation, I'll just never forget, is to that child. And he's like, well, she's not even really mine. Because, they just had gotten married or whatever. And this is it was crazy. And I was like, turn your ass around right now. And you go take that child and take her somewhere safe. Get her out of this facility and building. Yeah. She's not even registered at the front. No PPE. No PPE. I mean, just the horrific things that could have happened, right, in this facility and building. And what if she would have gotten out from her desk cage? Like, you know what I mean? And, went onto the floor or whatever.
Well, she probably called him Chuck.
I guess that's true. Right?
I mean, she could have been seriously injured. I mean, but just the selfishness on his part and the lack of just complete thought about being a leader, the responsibility of that, the responsibility of being a step parent, or being in custody of that child, even if he didn't consider himself a parent, obviously. Yeah. Right. But you know what I mean? It was just like he brought a plant into the office. I mean, I was just shocked. And I really did talk like that. I can get cray because I do the HRIs and shit. I will put the fear of God in you. But literally, I was like, hey, you come here right now.
Tell me there's not a child.
Like, come here. Yeah. You tell me there is not a child under your desk right now. Just the irresponsibility of that. I should fire you on the spot. That is so grossly negligent. Right. That is, like, I was upset. He's like, turn your ass. No, I have things to do. No, you're number one thing. You're number one thing. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I can. Sadly.
Yeah, because people.
Yeah.
People be people.
People be people.
People be people.
Yeah, people be people, and this guy was tripping.
Yeah,
because his boss would have let him be flat. I mean, you just take a personal day.
Yeah.
I mean, God, this is an executive. I'm come think for 1 second.
And so for him to say that's not even my child, I think of my.
Ooh, you do.
Like, I may not have given birth to them, but. Yeah. They are my children. So that hurt my heart.
He did not give a shit. Obviously, he treated her like a dog, like a plant on the floor of his office.
Ugh, I hate that.
Yeah, it was gross, and I let him know. Don't worry, I let him know.
Good.
I did not beat around the bush on that one.
There we go. Okay.
I'm mad. It's one of those times you just really want to cuss into somebody, but you can't because I'm going to stay employed.
I probably would have been like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
Well, I think I need a beer from the water cooler for that. Did anybody spike the water cooler today? I need that for that.
It's that time of the year. Your vacation is coming up. You can already hear the beach waves, feel the warm breeze, relax, and think about work. You really, really want it all to work out while you're away. Monday.com gives you and the team that peace of mind. When all work is on one platform and everyone's in sync, things just flow. Wherever you are, tap the banner to go to Monday.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Let me run down today's agenda for our meeting. And so we will start, of course, with our cringe corporate speak, as we typically do. And Ashley is taking point for that. And then our hot topic of this meeting is, I'm trying to think of the right word there. Personality hires. Our personality hires?
Yes.
Is because the topic is.
I think topic is. I think the verb goes to the subject.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Diagram the sentence.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll write that out here. But whatever.
Someone's
we're going to talk about. Someone will. Someone will, and I will totally ignore that DM. Just FYI. Someone's going to do
Return that gift.
Yes. So someone will correct me, and I appreciate that. But the topic is personality hires, right? So we're gonna talk about what those are. Oh gosh, see, this gets more and more difficult trying to speak English here. We're gonna talk about what are personality hires.
What is a personality hire? What are they?
I know, what are they? Thou, them, who, what? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna dive a little deeper into the world of personality hires. I know we're all seeing those funny memes and all sorts of stuffs on the socials about personality hires. So we'll talk about that, and then, of course, as always, we'll transition to questions and comments before closing the meeting out for our hard stop. We got more meetings today, don't we, people? Oh, we better get there. Ashley, kick us off with our cringe corporate speak.
Today's cringe corporate speak, it's if you're looking out the window and it's getting toward dusk, it's that term of sunset.
No.
It's not as peaceful as it sounds.
A sunset, you may hear of it, of a major initiative that you've scrambled, you've worked weekends for, lots of people have. This is our urgent priority. And then it comes with a bang and it goes out with a whisper of, we're going to sunset that project, actually. And that means you're going to stop doing it. You're going to put it in the parking lot. No one's ever going to hear of it again. And you are going to regret all of the time, energy, and attention that you spent to that project. All captured in that one word, sunset.
Oh, gosh.
I've actually heard it in a riff.
I mean, sunset somebody?
Wait, say the sentence.
Literally use that we are sunsetting this department.
Shut up.
I'm not shitting you.
They did it over people? What the fuck?
That's embarrassing.
Yep.
That's one word for it.
Yeah, that's not even used right.
It doesn't make sense.
No,
I mean,
it doesn't even make sense. We're killing people. I mean, it's just like a weird vibe.
It was a layoff of a particular department, and the executive
cringe
in the meeting
worse than I thought.
We're sunsetting this department, and I was on those calls, and I was just like, Can we think of a different way to word that?
Oh my God. If you're in HR and you have heard that, you've heard of like leaders saying things and you're like dying inside when there's
I really like, I probably had a reaction.
If you were a cat, you would have lost a life on that day.
Oh my gosh.
I would not be alive if I was a cat in HR lives.
You know what? That's true. That's a great point. But yeah, but the sunset, just like a euphemism of like, we didn't, and it's so interesting because there's excitement. There's so much money spent on these big projects and then they go away.
Yep, and then and
it's literally like, no, unlike employees who like hear about it for years of like their mistakes, you'll never hear about it. So
yeah, it's like a pretty way to put a little bow on something, I guess. You know what I mean?
Like I love to glance out the window and see a sunset. Like I just look at, oh my God, I might take a picture, put it on my Instagram. Beautiful. Hi. Thankful for this day. But no one ever says thankful for missing. Yeah. Thankful for dialing in from vacation for this 40-person conference call.
For years.
Yeah. For years. This recurring meeting I had for this major initiative that we're never going to see the light of day because we're sunsetting it. So, okay.
Do you ever sunrise anything?
No,
I've never heard of that. It's
gonna be that's gonna be a kickoff meeting. Someone's gonna say that and be like, "Have you had one called the sunrise?"
Yeah, try
sun
sneaking
also
that in.
sets. Sun always sets.
Oh yeah, try to sunrise something at work today if you can. Hey, let's sunrise this, and then people be like, "That's wow, I love that." Yeah, exactly. Brilliant promotion, instantly promoted.
Exactly.
Let's sunrise that. I love it.
True. So anyway, we can sunset that as cringe corporate speak and not use it.
Yeah. Let's sunset the cringe
for sure.
Awesome. Transition, of course, to our hot topic, which is all about personality hires. So what is a personality hire?
Well, it's
Jamie?
funny you should ask because I wanted to Google it because I have my own definition of personality hire.
Well, how do they differ?
Well, that's what's funny. It does differ.
It does differ because how you're using it, I was like, is that really it? Okay, let's define it. Let's define it officially.
How it's defined by Google is a personality hire are workers who leaders hire because of their behavior, not skills.
Correct.
Specifically, these hires do not have hard skills or experience for their jobs. Many of these employees see their role as adding playfulness to the workplace.
Correct.
So I actually disagree with that because I think I am a personality hire.
You are not, because you've said that and I was like, there's no way in hell you were ever considered a personality hire.
But I think I am because I think personality hires actually bring and build culture.
But it's personality hire. They're literally hired just for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Skills. You're the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's a different term. We can make it up. But that's why you said that. I'm a personality. Oh, fuck no. Because you're a doer. You're hired to be a doer.
I guess you're right.
And you're fun.
Not to bust your bubble, because I know you're like, I'm a personality hire, but you're insulting yourself. You're insulting yourself, though.
Well, because that is what it means. I don't agree with the Google definition.
Exactly. It's Jamie against social.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Jamie's going to edit this.
Okay, Jamie's a personality hire with substance.
That's right, which I think is the
best. We'll put an asterisk on yours.
Yeah, because truthfully, I do think personality hires are necessary.
I agree.
In the workplace because let's be honest, like sometimes the shit that we're doing on a daily basis is so mundane and it's like not that fucking serious. And like we're in the trenches of emails. Like it's not profound. And sometimes it's fun to have a little like jester, making like funny comments in the town hall chat or sending funny gifts or, going around the office like myself. Like I love a dress up day. Yeah. So if there's an excuse that I can create like some sort of dress up day. So, like the ladies last night at the meetup.
Or,
like they all dressed up as inflatable dinosaurs. Like I 1 year won our costume contest because I wore an inflatable dino costume, but I was like writing it.
Oh, I like those.
I love like a dress up day. That's why I'm like personality hire, It's just fun to like sprinkle in.
No, I agree. But what is that called? That's a thing. Is that cheerleader? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something else.
I'll tell you this.
I feel like it insults you to call yourself that because you're such a credible expert and hard worker.
Someone would probably call it a rock star.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But there is a term.
I know.
What is that called in the... Oh, gosh. We don't see enough of them, apparently. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I interned... I actually told Jamie this yesterday. So I interned at the FAA, the Federal Aviation...
I remember you mentioning that.
Authority Administration. When I first did my resume,
FAA.
I printed all of my hard copy resumes, and I realized I'd said the wrong one, and I was so mad. I said,
And now you can't even remember which one it was.
no, anyway, FAA, and in the legal department, and there was a guy who worked there in more of an admin role.
Administration, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I just Googled.
Oh, administration. Oh, I thought you were correcting my use of admin. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Right.
Grammar's
yes,
off this
Federal
episode.
Aviation Administration. But he was more of an admin, and he was older, but same. I do try to bring a high level of skills, but I also like to have a good time at work. And so I likewise, but anyway, every day I'd go down and get some popcorn and come back eating popcorn, probably dripping it in places. But anyway, he nicknamed me Cool Breeze because he's like, you're like a cool breeze. You're like a cool breeze on a hot summer day. You make this place so much fun to be around. And I laughed so hard. But for me, I don't know. I just have always I appreciate everything I do. I try not to be an annoying level of enthusiasm. I'm sure some would probably disagree.
Oh, I'm
with
sure
that.
people hate me.
But but I do like to have fun. And so that was my favorite nickname I've ever had for sure, which was Cool Breeze. But it is kind of this just having
That's
a little
cute,
something.
actually.
But you can't be like Tracy Flick in Election, if you know what I mean.
Nope.
Do you know what I mean?
Nope.
Have you seen that movie?
Nope.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. Well, that'll stop there. Someone who's listening, you can't be like a goody, annoying.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I get what you're straight laced kind of.
I'm not,
But I do think, but on the flip side, if sometimes that can be that level of razzle dazzle can put the thumb on the scale, which I also do not like that corporate saying, but can tip you. And so if you are especially depending on your interviewer, and so there are a lot of people that are more, whether it's more introverted or just are a little bit more guarded, that can hurt them a bit in that hiring process. And so I think people have to remember that ultimately you are hiring people to do the job. And so focusing that and not trying to be very aware of your biases in that, and that a lot of people that have been my favorite people to work with are not like me, and they come and they do their role and they do it really well.
Yeah. But I think the key point of the personality hire, just from how I've seen it used on the socials, not how Jamie interprets it, I just think that's a caveat, is that there's this thread, theme, however, pick another T word, I don't care, of uselessness.
Yeah.
From an expertise perspective.
Yeah.
They literally are unskilled and only hired because they're enjoyable to be around.
Yeah.
Because when that started going around, I saw that, I don't know, a month or two ago, whatever it was, who cares, right? But I saw it this year, really, 2024. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a personality. I had the same thought you did because, I've always been kind of hired because I'm likable and, I joke in the office and I like to have a good time and whatever, And then I started watching the videos. I was like, oh, but wait, those people are useless. Am I a personality? No, you know what I mean? So, but there is a term for it. I was just Googling it and I'm like, what is it?
Did anything come up?
Class clown? I mean, what is it? Right?
Clown or presence? No.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I actually, I'm getting resituated here because I'm going to read, but
I'm mirroring yours. We're bookends over here.
So it says, one of the strongest indicators of a personality hire would be their soft skills to their hard skills.
Sure.
But I really like what this next sentence says. It says, someone who may not possess an overflowing toolbox of technical skills, but is a powerhouse when it comes to emotional intelligence, communication, and his problem solving is often the result of being a personality hire. And I do think I have all those things.
Yes, but you're missing the first part. You are not a person. I'm going to fight you on this one. You're not the first part. You have the technical ability. You cannot be a personality hire. You're not hired for your personality.
Let me ask you this. If
you're hired because you're badass. You're the full package is my point.
If you guys were to get into a physical fight, who do you think would win?
Probably Jamie. I got a weak upper body, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm freakishly strong.
I'm 150, 5'11". I'm could just fall over in a breeze.
Yeah, I'm
That's how I feel.
strong.
I can't pick up shit.
I'm a huge
I can't
bitch.
pick up shit.
Okay, I know.
But I'm just just here to look at. I don't really do much. Okay, I'm aesthetic. Okay, I'm
Jamie
aesthetic.
likes Lil' Kim. I feel like you have that scrappy
as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just aesthetic, but with words, I kick ass with words. I'll tell you.
How much would it
I can make people cry.
I'll get some. I'll get some wagers on that. I'd see that.
Oh my God,
Jello. Ooh, I know. I really took it there.
Oh my God,
wrestle you with
Oh
like,
my
would that
God.
be fun?
Yeah.
That would be fun,
That
you
would
know?
be- I would
totally
But that's like
wrestle
when
you.
we
That would be
transitioned to the OnlyFans.
But I think one
that's
flip
so
on that,
fun.
one flip on that is sometimes with the personality hire though, like, and you do, I think sometimes you see it not related to emotional intelligence. I think on socials you see it like the clown aspect without, and it's like, and often it may be like they are related to somebody on the board or related to a executive. Like that's like the
exactly
the nepo baby, like the nepo babies. But that emotion, like what you described, which was interesting on that, like the high emotional intelligence, but maybe not the skills. I actually think those people can make great managers, especially if they have high enough emotional intelligence not to be threatened by the talent on their team. And so that aspect, which I wouldn't ever have thought of like a personality hire being a great manager. But I think sometimes recognizing if you're like, oh shit, I'm like, I don't know if I have technical skills, like that's fine. Like being a good manager often has nothing to do with that technical aspect. And so anyway, that was a different definition as well.
I love this time of year. It's a time for renewal. For me, that means reconnecting with friends and family I haven't seen in a while. And when I do, I want to make sure I have plenty of wine on hand for us to celebrate. That's why I have First Leaf. As America's most personalized wine company, First Leaf takes the worry and guesswork out of buying quality wines. To get started, just answer some specific questions about your wine likes and dislikes on First Leaf's website. It only takes about 5 minutes to create your personalized wine profile. Then your very own wine concierge, yes, I know, very fancy, will use your responses to curate a custom selection of delicious award-winning varieties from rosés to sparklings and everything in between, all based on your personal preferences. These are hand-selected wines that will be delivered to your door within a few days, with each bottle priced lower than what you'd pay at a wine store. You even get to choose when you receive the wine. And if you have any questions about your wines, like what to pair them with, for example, First Leaf's personal wine concierge team is there to offer expert advice. So I was so excited when I received my box of my 6 wines because I don't know much about wine. And so they each bottle comes with a card and it tells you about the wine. Like, for instance, what awards it's won, what notes it has. So, you know, whether it's lemon, apple, citrus, or even what to pair it with on the card. It's like wine for dummies. So I love reconnecting with friends and family over bottles of First Leaf wine, and I bet you'll feel the same way too. So give First Leaf a try. Head over to tryfirstleaf.com/HRBesties to sign up and save 50% off your first 6 hand-curated bottles plus free shipping. That's try Firstleaf, FIRSTLEAF.com/HRBesties to save 50% off your first 6 bottles plus free shipping. Try firstleaf.com/HRBesties.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at betterhelp.com/HRBesties and get on your way to being your best self. I talk about how managers, when you're comfortable, if you share your personal experiences, it can make a real difference in the lives of your team members. Now, at HR Besties, I am not your manager, but I do consider our listeners to be like team members. And I can share that I've used BetterHelp personally. I was having awful sleep issues and just wanted to talk it all through. I worked with a BetterHelp licensed therapist to talk not just about sleep itself, but how things during the day can impact it. And after those sessions, I started doing things like scheduling time in my calendar to take my dog Rosie for a walk on the river. Whether you have something big to talk about or something you think is just small, give BetterHelp a try. You fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and it's entirely online, so it's flexible and you can schedule it at your convenience. Take a moment. Visit betterhelp.com/HRBesties today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/HRBesties.
So are you like just most popular? Are you Miss Congeniality? Like, what is the term? There is a
Superlative?
term.
Yeah,
for,
I don't know.
Like office delight, joy, the brightness, the sun of the office, the heart of the office. It's that, like, because you're like the full package. People can go to you for support.
I'd say full package.
Because it is, right? That's,
For sure.
Well, and you guys know, I left a job when we first started the podcast, and just everyone.
# regrets on their part.
Everyone, even my old boss and the executive team have said, like, we did not realize the impact you had on our culture while you were here, not only to the physical office, because we were mostly all remote, but actually everyone in the whole company. And I'm not sure how I did that, to be completely honest, because I'm just me 100% of the time.
That's why.
We can envision.
That's how.
That's right.
But yeah, like, I think, I joked with y'all yesterday. I said I could literally talk to a stick, but I just enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy little silly things, or asking about their child, or, hey, I did those Jordans that you custom made come in, or like, let me see them, like, I genuinely like connecting with people and just remembering. I like have an insane memory like Ashley. So I like
crazy. We're
asking, I like, you might have told me something 6 months ago, and I like asking you about it, or, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
you're following up.
Yeah. Like, and of course I'm going to know when you're buying a house, because I'm getting the verification of employment. I'm going to be like, so
your banks are calling.
So I'm like, so when are you closing?
Banks are awesome. Like, they'll call it. Just you, like, that you have to, like, they are on it. Like, they'll be like, we need this immediately. And you're like,
oh, I know. There's some banks. I'm like, damn.
Right. I know.
I'm like, I have other things to do.
Totally. I mean,
like,
right,
I'll
they're
do
like,
my best.
we need this by noon.
Yeah,
I'm
like
10:30. What?
Oh, we're closing today. I'm like, shit.
Of course.
But yes, but I think, I feel like my eyes have been opened about the different prospects of personality.
Yeah.
I just think it's misused on social media then, in that definition, like probably like most things.
Well, didn't it start in social?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, it's a so,
yeah.
Like, maybe I love that.
I always assume that Google.
I love.
You could call yourself that if you like, but I don't think of you like that, just for the record, because I know that you're not that based on the textbook definition.
Well, but I love the TikToks and the memes though about like being a personality liar. Like, there was one cute. I posted semi recently where his dad was a corporate recruiter for 30 plus years, and he was like interviewing his dad, and he was like asking him, what is something, and he was like, each office has to have a personality hire. And I just thought that was hilarious, because I'm like, that's true. Like, who is the designated personality hire, and
that's a good question.
And maybe you don't realize when you're hiring that person that they will become or will be, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I love your point though, that the people that kind of do fall in this bucket, and I feel like in some jobs I've kind of been in this bucket, right? I was delivering something, but I could also lean more on the soft skills of a personality hire. And that was really my superpower.
Yeah.
They really went unappreciated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? People don't recognize just the power of influence, how incredible that can be, and how that's really hard for the majority of people to probably do, but maybe is super easy for like a me to do. And that really is a superpower. And, to your point, it was an excellent one,
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But people, they don't recognize a lot of the soft skills as,
even
talent or skills.
As simple as problem solving. Like, I'll be honest, even from the age of 16 working at TCBY, being promoted to like assistant manager because I was a problem solver.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That had nothing to do with my personality, because I could easily solve problems.
Right.
And I could think outside the box. And like, even in my current job, like some of the issues that get brought to my desk, I'm like, no one thought of this, and this. Like,
right. Okay.
So, I mean, I do think like not necessarily all personality hires, right? But I think that's a key skill of a personality hire is being a problem solver.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was part of the Google definition, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just dislike how some of those softer skills.
We should come up with like a new name for it. Maybe.
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Let's do
because whatever that is, I'm that.
Yeah. someone who has both.
Badass bitch that's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And a
HR
joy to work
baddie.
with.
BABT.
You know, I've only had that feedback thousands of times. What the fuck? What's my nickname?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bitch.
Someone who gets shit for real. Someone who gets shit done,
wears
but in its own
Honestly,
way.
like I think people would call that a rock star, and I know I don't. Cringy,
Yeah.
So
God,
we
why
got to
have we
think of
not
it better.
done that as
We got to
I
incorporate
know.
better too. I know that's overdue. We need that. So
Oh, yeah, that is
I know.
cringe. A
Well,
little
now we have
bonus
something
cringe.
to think about in our.
Oh, I know. God, someone nickname us. What is that called?
Yeah.
When you have personality, but you do know your shit and can own it. You know what I mean? But I do love bringing the joy. That is fun. I like to liven up the place. To that point.
Okay.
Transition into some questions and comments. Does anyone have any questions or comments for the team?
Did you get a superlative in high school? Like a, and if you did, like,
Is that
what,
an elective?
No, like a
No.
most likely to blank.
Oh.
If you didn't get one, which one do you think you should have gotten in high school?
I was actually nominated for funniest.
Oh, there you go.
But I did not win.
Who won?
The more popular bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I will say clearly people thought me to be enough to nominate me, and
Yeah.
it was just me and this girl, and the more popular girl got it. So I'm still a bitter bitch about that. But hey, look who has
I couldn't tell.
the social media following. So
That's true.
get fucked.
That's true.
Damn. All right. Oh, gosh. That's funny. Well, me, I didn't even know what superlative meant there for a second. I was like, oh, what elective do I like? Personality higher. I'm like twirling my hair. No, I don't think I did. See, I don't remember much. I was,
Before
just
state
out of
school
it.
wiped away your memory.
Yeah, it
like-
did. Yeah,
like,
it did. It really did.
What was
Oh,
this
Jesus.
motion?
I know. She's all state school and she did a little hand jerk motion,
No,
wiped away
I
your
mean
memory.
Men in Black.
That's
where
what
they
she
wave that
said.
Stick in
Oh,
front
yeah,
and erases
yeah,
your memory.
the little, yeah. Oh, Jamie.
Sure you did.
Squirt. Yeah, I know. That's what she meant. That's
No,
what
that's
she
literally
said.
what
That's
I
what she meant.
This is getting off the rails.
Oh my God.
No, I don't recall being nominated for something like that. That would happen like senior year or something.
Typically.
Okay, Ashley, I know you had to have.
Mm-mm.
Well,
And what would I have done?
Yeah. Come on.
I won best sense of humor. But it was, anyway. It wasn't popular. I just won best sense of humor. But I had a picture.
You're jovial.
Corey Clinton was who won on the male side. There's a picture, you had to take a picture for the yearbook with your person, and I'll put it on our Instagram. But Corey Clinton was holding me over a trash can. And I was wearing my.
They always have to do some photo,
with,
photo. Like I know, you have to be funny on
musical,
purpose. I know,
trombone, but holding me over a trash can and that. So that was it. DuPont Manual High School.
I'm part of some leadership organization. I'm an alum of that here in San Antonio, and I was voted most likely to be an influencer.
Wow.
Well,
And then I turned out to be an influencer, and that's when I had just kind of started. You know
See,
what
there
I mean?
you go. Okay.
And maybe a couple months, and I got
Expectations and
a
reality.
award and a thing and all that.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it was kind
That's
of
pretty cool.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute. So that came to fruition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, besties. Things are heating up. That's right. We're moving into summer, and you know what that means. That means goodbye, warm weather clothes, and hello, cute summer attire. At least that's what it means for me. Well, luckily, I found Quince, and now I've got all sorts of cute pieces to get me through the summer. Got a couple cute t-shirts. I've got these really adorable silk scrunchies, all bougie, I know. But get this, the best part about Quince is all of their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That's right. I'm talking cute linen dresses, blouses, and shorts from $30, washable silk tops, timeless gold jewelry, and so much more. So get warm weather ready with Quince. Go to quince.com/HRBesties for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/HRBesties to get free shipping. And 365-day returns. Quince.com/HRBesties. Enjoy.
I got a story worth for my mother for Mother's Day, and my father saw what she was doing and had some FOMO. And at the same time, I realized I want to know stories about my father's life as well. My father's really funny and has great stories. He's one of 8 kids, lived in Cuba, been a marathon runner, is an amazing baker, and I could go on. But I'll save it for the Storyworth that I've given him for Father's Day. Storyworth is easy. They email questions, and the recipient just writes answers. I'll get copies of those answers during the year from my father, and then get a keepsake book where I'll be able to read these stories to my kids for years to come, and their kids and their kids. Now, you can give all the fathers in your life a unique, heartfelt gift that you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth. Right now, save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/HRBesties. That's storyworth.com/HRBesties to save $10 on your first purchase.
Jamie's thinking.
Yeah.
Jamie, you should always have a question as a personality hire. You should always have.
I actually was trying to think what our corporate Cringe speak was so I could insert it, and I can't remember what the hell it was now.
Oh my gosh.
Sunset.
Oh
yeah, sunset. What can you do? What's our most memorable sunset? That's a question for you. I thought you could ask. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't think so. That would be dorky.
Okay, I'll ask it.
She's like, I hate that question.
Yeah. So,
oh, dang it.
So what is your most memorable sunset?
Why do I feel like you're cringing your whole body asking that question? You're
cringing like I better answer.
I wasn't exactly, but last year when I went to the British Virgin Islands on a trip, and while we were sailing on this, we were not sailing. Yeah, we were on a fishing boat, but going on a day tour, and like a very small boat, and we saw the little small island where they filmed the Corona commercials in the 90s with the little one small palm tree, and sometimes they would like have the Corona bottle there, or have like I think it's sunset for that. Maybe the sun was up, but anyway, I thought I in my mind I'm envisioning the sunset in those commercials, but it was so neat to kind of see. It was very small.
Did they point it out to you like that?
They were like, that's the Corona commercial.
Corona
And I was like, oh yeah, we all remembered it.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Enough age to.
Memorable.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
I'd say my most memorable sunset. It's kind of a personal one, and it's kind of dim. Like, it's dark and we're in a a light mood. We're in a good mood. So I won't share that one. But see, look at me. I'm so transparent. I have to tell you that this is my second most memorable sunset, but very meaningful. The first one, although under circumstances. But the other sunset that I enjoyed very much was in Costa Rica a few years ago. And I was in Catalinas?
Las Catalinas.
Yeah, I was in Las Catalinas there and in Guanacaste. And whoa, my God, did that sunset just smack me in the face. I probably took like 100 photos of it, like while drinking sangria, of course. And then there's sangria.
Boomerang.
Oh,
sun comes
my
down.
God.
It goes back up. It's a miracle.
But with the... right. But with the sangria in Costa Rica, just random tangent, they put Fireball in that shit. See, I make my own sangria. I'm Hispanic. I'm Hispanic, blah, blah, blah. I love sangria, especially frozen. But in Costa Rica, they add Fireball. So it has this cinnamon essence in it. Oh,
that just gave me heartburn.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
it was just slight.
No.
Gosh, they even put a cinnamon stick in there. But it like changed my life. It's so delicious.
No.
But anyway, so that was a really good sunset. What about you? What's your most memorable sunset, Jamie?
Y'all have some really like pretty sunsets. I'm like at the football
last
field
night's was
with my
nice.
son.
That's beautiful.
It's like in the fall in Nashville, there's like it literally is like cotton candy.
I can
love
feel
the
that
pink
sweater
and
crispy.
purple.
Have a little,
and like I have to be out there anyway while he's
cider.
practicing, and those always make me happy.
I like that.
Oh,
Get
that's
ready
beautiful.
for Halloween.
Kind of makes your eyes glisten a little.
Yeah,
I know. That's
like,
fresh.
I like that.
I always call them cotton candy because the clouds.
the cotton
look like,
candy
I
skies.
I like that.
Those are my favorite.
Visualize
the
it.
cotton candy skies. God. So it's my turn. Sorry, I went into a place there. I love that. I love that. I did. Yeah, I just started like voice acting that out. I don't know why. But question or comment from me. I think I have a question this time. We're talking about personality hires, of course, and we're talking about, they're fun, right? We're bringing the joy to the office. That's always good shit. I think part of that though is like getting a little personal with people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you were saying. Yeah. So nicknames. at work, nicknames in the office, nicknames in your life. Do you nickname people? Do you have a nickname? Like, are nicknames a thing for you? Do you like them?
I
Like,
try
just
not
talk
to
about
nickname
nicknames.
people at work because, the last time I gave someone a nickname at work, I ended up in HR.
Oh, my old cat piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
HR for HR.
Accounting.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Names.
Yes. I like nicknames. And one thing I liked about Australia is they'll always like either lengthen or shorten your names.
Yeah.
And so it's like you'd probably be like, you might be like Lizzo, like for Leigh, like they'll shorten, or they'll make extension to like Leigh. You wouldn't be
E.
You and Jazz. You might be Jazz. You might be Jazz. Jazz.
Be Jizz? Is that what you said?
Jazz. I was like trying to say
Oh
Jazz.
my God.
Jazz. But then they'll like they'll shorten. And so there was someone whose name I remember in the story about someone whose name was Dylan, but they called him Dildo. And I was trying to explain to someone, I'm like, but in Australia that would be a more like
That's
Dildo
okay.
is like a like Steve-O or like things like that.
Yes.
That's like what people do.
Dill
And so
dash O.
it is inappropriate, and so you should not do it. But it's not as just completely inappropriate.
Exactly.
There's a
like
slight
in corporate
reason.
America.
Yeah,
that
like
would-
Fleshlight-O.
Slight
like a
reason.
what? Well, whooey?
Fleshlight-O.
Oh, Fleshlight-O.
Now I know what that is
Alrighty.
after.
Oh, yeah.
As my mom said, every episode's
shit.
another Google search that she can't take back.
Oh,
But,
damn.
yeah. What about you?
I love nicknames.
Yeah.
Because I am all about cringe intimacy. I just love cringe intimacy, cringe levels of intimacy, like really knowing people, allowing them to maybe know some of me. But I like, because people always know where they stand with me. Like if you get a nickname from me, that's a thing, right? I'm like saying it's like a badge of affection for me. I'm showing affection that way, right? And that's how I was raised, So nicknames for me, I've been called Wee. Okay. So WEE, Wee Wayna. Because my name is really Leigh Elena. Yeah. So Wee Wayna, right? Lee, right?
Okay.
Ellie. I mean, so I've gotten like nickname. Pumpkin was my nickname from my parents, my pet name,
Pumps.
So I get called Pumpkin, right? And so I just love that. I've just never like been called my name, So like I've just been raised where it's like, if I like something, I'm going to nickname it.
Yeah.
Wait,
not me nicknaming my
I
CEO.
don't think we have nicknames yet.
Not me.
What would you
nickname.
do your
I say
HR
Ash.
bestie?
You do say Ash. That's true.
I do. I just shorten it. I just say Ash, right? And so that is affectionate.
true.
That's showing a level of intimacy that I feel as though I have the power to use your name how I want.
Which I appreciate.
That's kind of what it is.
I
Right?
take that as a gift.
Yeah.
It does. It feels like a warm blanket when
It
you do that.
does, right? And then I say J a lot.
Yeah,
Like
you
I'll
do
say a
say
J.
J a lot.
I'll
Yeah.
use a J. I called you Dr. Doolittle this morning or whatever. Well, I got auto-corrected. I was saying doopity doo because yesterday Jamie was feeling a little off color, getting tan. And she says, I wonder what I look like. And somebody else, not Ash or myself, somebody else said, Oompa Loompa.
And she was like,
okay. And she's like, okay. And I was like, it's giving Wonka. We're all like, it's giving Wonka,
So,
I'm just tan.
Doopity doo, do little.
So I'll probably call her
Do
all
much. How
sorts
about
of.
do lot? She's more do lot than do little.
Yeah, Dr. Do a lot. Dr. Do a lot. You know what I mean?
I don't think Dr. Do a lot is.
Everyone's got their thing.
I have
That's her porn star name.
Nickname to share. I have a nickname to share.
I thought she said she's going to say she owned that domain.
No.
She's about to go buy it. Watch this
I have
shit.
a nickname to share that's such an inappropriate nickname, but so. At my college, when I was there was a librarian, and this librarian was younger. I don't know. I mean, when you're in college, anyone who's like 23 and older might as well be 70. But she was like, let's say, I don't know, probably 20, 30. Anyway, she would always go to hang out at the fraternity, and it was like the rough and tumble or
the
fraternity.
librarian?
The librarian. And I couldn't tell you her real name to save my life, but I could tell you what her name was on the fraternity composite, which she made her way on. Which for those, that is where all the fraternity brothers have their pictures, often their nicknames, often their incredibly inappropriate nicknames. But her picture was also on there, and her nickname was Doomy Decimal.
Oh my gosh.
and yes.
Oh, but okay. This is crazy. We're getting a little off the rails here. I also had a college librarian, lots of them, because I had like 20 libraries at my university, whatever, but big state school. But the librarian for the business school, her nickname was Big Tits McGee.
Like, did people
Why
say
are
that
people
to her?
I
don't know.
The librarians.
Well, our librarian made her way to the fraternity house and was there quite a bit.
Well,
so
to be fair, Big Tits McGee was,
also,
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The Bang Bros loved a library.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Back on the Bang
I don't
Bros.
know that.
Oh,
I
we're
don't
off
know
the
that.
rails here.
All right,
It's about personality hires. And we're proving it.
Personality hires in the library. Who would have thought that was such a common thing? So yeah, there we go.
Oh gosh.
We need to sunset this episode.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think we're running late for that next meeting, aren't we? But we appreciate your time in this one. Hopefully you stayed on the road if you were listening there. And you're like, oh my gosh. Oh, thanks for joining us. Even if you are a personality hire.
This podcast is sponsored by Monarch Money. Are you saving to reach your financial goals? Reaching those goals isn't just about getting more money, but by managing what you have. And the best way to manage your money? Monarch Money. Monarch Money is a new kind of finance app that's intuitive, powerful, ad-free, and takes the headaches out of budgeting. Try it free when you go to monarchmoney.com/podcast. Monarch puts all your accounts, investments, transactions, and finances at your fingertips. With a complete view of your finances, you'll gain insights on your spending and find new ways to save. Plus, Monarch lets you customize your dashboard, collaborate with your partner, set custom budgets and goals, and track your progress toward them. See why Mint users are turning to Monarch Money and loving it, and why the Wall Street Journal named Monarch Money the best budgeting app overall. Get a 30-day free trial when you go to monarchmoney.com/podcast. That's MONARCH money.com/podcast for your free trial. monarchmoney.com/podcast.